Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Drama the Prophet, aka Mr. Cut the Check. And we back here with another video. I say, you know what, since we are, we in the season of scamming. we in the season of scamming. Since we in the season of scamming, why can't we just go over like some scamming stuff here? You know what I mean? So I found this video. We're gonna get into it. We just gonna get into it. Let's do that right after the intro. Let's go, y'all. Go by Drama the Prophet, aka Mr. Cut the Check. What I need y'all to do is hit that subscribe button. Yeah, since we in the season of scamming, y'all already know, man, when I'm talking about season of scamming. Y'all know when is the season. The season is always around Christmas time. You know you're gonna get those calls. Hey, how you doing? This is the fire department. This is the police station, asking for your donation. You're going to get an email from Amazon, but not really Amazon, talking about you won this gift card. You're going to get a sad email talking about something, hey, my son been to the war, and we're trying to get some money from him. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get those scams where you get the email where they like, hey, put your bank information here. You young won $10,000, but we just need your bank information to put in there. You know what I mean? If you stupid enough to fall for those scams, I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. Let's get into the video.
Who are some of the worst scammers going after lonely hearts? Let's get started with number 6. Ghanaian romance scammer actually caught. Mona Faiz Montrage, a Ghanaian social media influencer, allegedly swindled millions as part of a lonely heart scam.
Wow.
2013 to 2019, Montrage worked with a group of West African con artists to assume fake identities and trick people into thinking they were in relationships with her. Montrage sent texts, emails, and social media messages to older, vulnerable men and women in the U.S. The influencer had amassed 4.2 million Instagram followers and advertised herself as a musician who led a glamorous lifestyle, jet-setting from Accra to London. Her Instagram was among the top 10 profiles with the highest number of followers in Ghana. Behind the scenes,
That's crazy. How do they get this? They gotta fake it? Like, do you gotta fake this, bro? Because listen, I'm trying to get my IG popping, bro. Like, how we getting that going? How is this happening?
targeted vulnerable men and women that lived alone, convincing them they were in a relationship. Montrage and the other members of the scammer enterprise contacted victims via online dating and social media apps. Once the scammers gained their victims' trust, she requested they transfer her money under false pretenses. Sometimes it was moving gold to the U.S. from overseas, helping fake U.S. Army officers in Afghanistan, or resolving bogus FBI investigations. Montrage even deceived one of her victims into thinking they were married. After establishing a relationship and even giving him her real name,
Bruh. Come on now. How stupid.
Montrage sent a tribal marriage certificate that would have made their marriage legitimate in Ghana. After getting married, Montrage asked her new spouse for money to help her father's goat farm in Ghana. The victim sent 82 wire transfers totaling $89,000 to Montrage's accounts. Montrage withdrew the funds, then transferred and laundered the proceeds to her other members of the operation. She also received money that scammers swindled from other victims in her network. Mona Montrage scammed $2 million from her victims before her arrest in November 2022. She pleaded not guilty to wire fraud, money laundering, receipt of stolen money, and conspiracy. If found guilty, she faces up to 20 years in jail. Sounds like Montrage will be Ghana away for a long time.
Bro, this what I'm not understanding, bro. This is what I'm not understanding. Listen, no, this is what I do understand. When it comes to social media and the way the world is now, yes, there are people that's creating relationships far distance away, and through social media. It's a lot of people that do create those relationships. I grew up old school. I'm on some, hey, we going out on dates, we talking with each other, stuff like that. That's how you build up that type of thing. This world completely different. It is what it is, right? But at some point, it's like, all right, I'm sending you money. I need you over here. Like, this is not how we're not gonna keep on doing this. After like, man, I'm telling you, after like 500, you need to be over here because we're not doing this. We're not gonna keep on doing this. Hey, I need $100. I need $100. She done scammed $2 million, bro. Homeboy, 82,000, and you didn't even see, smell, nothing, bruh.
Number
Crazy.
5, hinging on a lie. Tech executive Shreya Datta lost hundreds of thousands of dollars due to a pig butchering scam. Datta earned a 6-figure salary at a global tech firm, but felt there was a hole in her life that only a romantic partner could fill. She was newly divorced and decided it was time to find love again. Instead, she lost $450,000 to the man she thought she loved. Datta fell victim to pig butchering, a long con where scammers fatten up victims and then take every penny the target has. Datta created a profile on the popular dating app Hinge. She was matched with a man she believed to be a handsome French wine trader called Ansel Malley, who had recently moved to Philadelphia. As a resident of the Philly suburbs, Datta was excited to connect with someone nearby. Their conversations on Hinge were standard for two people forming a romantic connection, but the tone changed when they moved to WhatsApp. He deleted his Hinge account, saying he wanted to focus solely on his relationship with Datta. Ansel told Datta about his dream to be wealthy and his interest in crypto. He explained that he didn't want to spend his entire life working, and with more money, they could travel around the world. They planned to finally meet in person when Datta returned from a trip to...
Are you overwhelmed by your payday loan debt? Have you taken out multiple loans and struggling to pay them back?
India to visit her family. But when she returned, Ansel told her he had to go on a business trip to San Francisco. Ansel advised Datta to download a crypto trading app through a link he sent her. She converted $1,000 of her savings into digital currency through the exchange platform Coinbase. Datta then sent money to a trading app and watched her investment rapidly grow to $1,250. She invested a further $6,000, which grew to $9,000. Ansel told her that if she wanted to continue making money, she would need to up her investment. The couple didn't just talk about crypto, though. The pair spoke about their favorite meals, and Ansel checked in on Datta to ask about things like if she'd eaten yet that day. Datta felt she had finally found someone who cared about her well-being, but they still couldn't meet in person. Ansel claimed he had to care for his uncle, who had terminal cancer. They video chatted, but Ansel seemed shy and didn't let the camera linger on his face. Instead, he showed her his dog. Ansel continued to urge her to take out personal loans and sell her stocks for investment funds. He also loaned her $150,000, further gaining...
You showing me your dog and I'm giving you this money? Bro, come on, cut it out. What are we talking about here? I'm done. I am done, bro. Like I said, I must be old school. Me and my wife been together for a minute. You feel me? So, yeah, maybe that's what it is, y'all. Y'all got to help me out with this one, because I'm not understanding this situation here. I'm not understanding here. I'm really not.
Her trust. However, Ansel insisted she needed to invest more. When Datta struggled to access her 401k, Ansel's attitude changed, and he demanded to know why she couldn't control her money. Embarrassed, Datta liquidated her retirement fund and put $450,000 into the crypto app. It appeared her funds had doubled, but when she tried to withdraw the money, she received a message saying she needed to pay a 10% personal income tax. Aware something wasn't right, she contacted her brother, a lawyer in London. He hired a private investigator who discovered that Ansel's account was fake. Although she filed reports with the FBI, and although her family bailed her out of debt, Datta has yet to get the lost funds back. Number 4, a grave plot.
Listen, folks, I hope y'all listening to this video. And listening to this video good. Because these scammers is out here. If you talking to somebody right now on the internet for a year, 2 years, you sending them money, they ain't coming to see you, you ain't getting a video chat, they not reciprocating the same energy, you're being scammed. It's called a long scam, you feel me? A long con, long scam, whatever you want to call it. You're being scared. It's over. If this is you, you're stupid. It's going down. I'm just saying. I'm just gonna put it out there like that. You feel me? Don't hate me because I'm telling you this. Listen, we here. You know what I mean, you with the level up fam. I want to make sure you okay. If you're going through this right here, I'm telling you, you're hearing it from me right now. Drama the Prophet, you're hearing it from me. If you are going through this right now, currently, talking to somebody, you ain't see them, you never did a video chat, you're being catfish. They catfishing you right now. They scamming you. You giving them money, they scamming you. Like, what are you doing? Think about that. Like, what are we doing here? Are we chasing love that much? You could definitely find somebody like face to face. Like, come on, let's get this together. All right, people, get it together. Get it together.
Sirkin Kegusus conned a wealthy older woman out of hundreds of thousands of dollars, then ended her life. Kegusus met
What?
Norma Girolami in the hot tub at her local swimming pool.
The
After
hell?
flirting with her, 42-year-old Kegusus initiated a romantic relationship with the 70-year-old. Although he claimed unemployment benefits and lived with his parents, Kegusus raised suspicion among his family and friends when he made extravagant purchases well beyond his means. Kegusus bought a $25,000 car and a new gaming console,
Ooh.
visited Turkey for a hair transplant, purchased designer clothes, and had $165,000 in his bank account. All of it was funded by Girolami. Although their romantic relationship ended, Kegusus' request for cash did not. He demanded $382,000 from Girolami. Due to the emotional turmoil of losing her father and her funds dwindling, Girolami stopped fulfilling Kegusus' demands. By May 2021,
She
he
must have had a
completely
lot
stopped
of
sending
money.
him money. Aware that his luxurious lifestyle was ending, he took drastic measures to get his hands on Girolami's cash. Girolami disappeared the day she was supposed to return home from a day out at the seaside in Leigh-on-Sea, Essex. Kegusus had applied for loans in her name and drained her bank accounts, but told her friends she was alive and would come home soon. Investigators discovered suspicious online searches Kegusus made for hydrochloric acid, garden tools, and caustic soda. He also researched transferring property.
Bruh. We just stupid. Like, I'm just saying, like, we must be dumb as ever, bro. Like, why would you go on Google, right? How to pop up. You know, that's in your search. You know what I'm saying? If you purchase it, it's gonna come to your house. Like, let's make this make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's make this make sense, people. Like, I'm not crazy.
Property deeds, and will and testament information. Additionally, he purchased handcuffs, gloves, tape, plastic overalls, and a fork tool from Amazon. Girolami was missing.
I mean, maybe he was trying to get freaky, you feel me? Like, he got the handcuffs, you know what I'm saying? He got the they probably was trying to get freaky. You never know, y'all. You never know. We don't know what the ending really is. You feel me? They probably was trying to get freaky.
During their frantic search, law enforcement
How long?
analyzed security camera footage and examined
Wait a minute.
months. During their frantic, also researched transferring property deeds and will and testament information. Additionally, he purchased handcuffs, gloves, tape, plastic overalls, and a fork tool from Amazon. Girolami was missing for 15 months.
Wow.
During their frantic search, law enforcement analyzed security camera footage and examined forensics. The final clue that led them to Girolami's body was Kegusus' cell phone data, which revealed he was in a churchyard around the time of her disappearance. They discovered her remains in a shallow grave when they visited the location. Authorities arrested Kegusus, who had changed his name to Sean Kea, and planned to start a new life.
Here's how to make over 100 ad
Bruh.
creatives in just minutes by using artificial intelligence. First things first, we're gonna
In Canada. He admitted to concealing and burying Girolami's body and perverting the course of justice, but denied the murder. He attempted to convince the jury that, although she passed away in his presence, it happened due to natural causes. She had fractured ribs, but the defense argued that she sustained the injuries due to Kegusus' attempt to perform chest compressions. Kegusus also alleged that Girolami was lonely and willing to pay for his company. Since she never reported him to the police for assault or appeared to have bruises or an injury, there was no evidence to suggest that Kegusus could have hurt her. Friends described Girolami as a kind, fun-loving woman who could be overly generous and had been in abusive past relationships. They tried to convince her to stop sending Kigusu's money, but she was afraid of him and didn't know what he would do if she said no. He acknowledged how bad his actions made him look, but pressed that he wasn't responsible for her passing. The jury didn't fall for his excuses
Right.
and found him guilty. Number 3.
definitely
Secret
did.
Agent Husband.
Get out of here.
Scottish-born Mary Turner Thompson thought she had met her dream man, but discovered her American husband was living a double life. The single mother met William Allen Jordan online and found him very charming. They sent emails back and forth, and he'd already proposed within 2 weeks of dating. Although Jordan claimed to be infertile due to having mumps as a child, Thompson was pregnant 6 months into their relationship. Jordan also claimed to be a CIA agent working with Britain's MI5. Due to his job, he often traveled on missions, spending long periods away from Thompson and her children. She didn't know that his work trips were a cover to see his other family. Jordan had told Thompson extravagant lies. While she was pregnant, Jordan claimed he met someone on an undercover operation that demanded $255,000. They threatened to take their children's lives if Jordan didn't give the potential kidnappers the money. Thompson sold everything she owned, from her house and car to her life insurance, to protect her children. It took
Wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. Maybe I'm not. I'm sorry. I got to bring this back. Wait a minute.
and found him very charming. They sent emails back and forth, and he'd already proposed within 2 weeks of dating. Although Jordan claimed to be infertile due to having mumps as a child, Thompson was pregnant 6 months into their relationship.
Wow.
Jordan also claimed to be a CIA agent working with Britain's MI5. Due to his
So 2 weeks after them talking, he proposed, got her pregnant 6 months later. Okay.
job, he often traveled on missions, spending long periods away from Thompson and her children. She didn't know that his work trips were a cover to see his other family. Jordan had told Thompson extravagant lies. While she was pregnant, Jordan claimed he met someone on an undercover operation that demanded $255,000. They threatened to take their children's lives if Jordan didn't give the potential kidnappers the money. Thompson sold
Yo, this man is sick. This man young got with shorty, got her pregnant to scam her. He got her pregnant to scam her, y'all. What you mean?
everything she owned, from her house and car to her life insurance
Wow.
to protect her children. It took another 2 years for Thompson to discover the truth when an American woman called her and revealed herself as Jordan's other wife. The two women met at a cafe and talked for hours. After the meeting, Thompson immediately dumped him. Jordan denied her accusations and never wavered from his story, stating that time would vindicate him. When his actions came to light, he was charged and jailed in the UK. He was deported to the US upon his release. Number 2, completely charmed. Retired Australian nurse Margin DeWilt lost her life savings in a cruel romance scam. The single mother of 3 from Adelaide met a charming businessman named Kyle on a dating website. Having struggled to meet somebody her age, Wilt set up an online dating profile. She matched with Kyle, who claimed he was also from Adelaide, but spent years traveling the world for work. He lost his wife 5 years ago and was eager to find a partner to spend the rest of his life with. Kyle seemed perfect. Charismatic and generous, qualities Wilt thought would make him the perfect partner. He accelerated the relationship by sending her roses, bath towels with her name embroidered on them, and a teddy bear. Kyle even announced
He was being nice. He was being a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? Look, come on, man. Come on, man.
he was ready to return to Australia and be with her. He sent her a copy of his flight tickets, and she eagerly awaited his arrival. Then, the money request started. Kyle wanted Wilt to keep their relationship private, as it was in its infancy. Once he knew she was isolated from her family and friends, he made up excuses about why he needed money. On one occasion, Kyle told her he had been detained and needed cash for his passport. He also convinced her to invest some of her money to set them up for life. Over 2 months, she sent him $78,000 and $20,000 from her credit card. Despite draining her accounts to keep up with Kyle's demands, she didn't tell anyone about what was happening. When she realized she was the victim of an online romance scam, she told her son, Marcel Blanche DeWilt, about the situation. He looked through her bank account and discovered that the scammer had stolen almost $100,000. They attempted to report Kyle to the police, but couldn't do anything as the scam operated overseas. Wilt admitted that Kyle slowly brainwashed her and that she found it too difficult difficult to say no to somebody in need. Marcel tried to help recover his mother's lost money, but it was near impossible. He confronted her bank for not catching Wilt's suspicious transactions, saying they should have contacted her about the charges before approving them. American Express forgave $9,000 of Wilt's credit card bill, stopping debt collectors from chasing her. Wilt and her son filed a complaint with the Australian Financial Complaints Authority, known as the AFCA. The ombudsman found that 5 of Wilt's 6 transactions weren't the bank's fault. For the 6th transaction, the AFCA asserted that the bank should have figured out something was amiss when she withdrew $25,000 after multiple large withdrawals. They ordered the bank to refund the $25,000 plus interest. It's a far cry from what she lost, but it's still more than most.
Well, at least she got something back, cause a lot of people don't be getting nothing. You got scam, is over. It's over at that point. You know what I mean?
If you're loving this video, be sure to stay right here for our past release to find out what happens when the scammer actually falls in love. Number 1.
Wow.
She was everything. Con woman Nava Ziva Shapiro, con New York movie.
We're probably, you know what I'm saying? We're probably, because it is a little bit more I'm looking at. This is the last of this. So we'll probably make that a completely another video. I got y'all.
Producer Dean Bivens out of over $1 million for intimate relations. Bivens met Shapiro during a film release party in May 2016. She introduced herself as a film industry consultant and broker and claimed to know big names in the industry like George Soros, Carl Icahn, Warren Buffett, and Bruce Lipnick. Shapiro offered to help Bivens promote his work at Groovy Boots Productions, where he was president. Instead, she lured him into a fake romantic relationship. When they met, Bivens had been single for 10 years, making him an easy target for the fraudster. Shapiro told him that she recently fell on hard times, but with his help, she would get back on her feet. Due to being raised in an Orthodox Jewish family, Shapiro claimed she needed designer shoes and sexy lingerie to be intimate. She also stated she could only engage in a physical relationship when they stayed in fancy hotels.
Yo, if you don't get down in this Super 8, you know what I'm saying? What you talking about? Gotta go to a fancy hotel for us to get down? Nah, it's going down right. I don't know what you talking about, but we at this Motel 6. You feel me? Like, what are you talking about right now? Yo, come on, man. And he believed that too. He believed that. He was like, oh, for real? Then we got to stay at the best.
Us too. So Bivens paid for nights at high-end hotels like the Waldorf Astoria,
What?
New York Palace, and the Ritz-Carlton Battery. He also covered other expenses, including buying her an apartment. As the relationship progressed,
wow,
she took control of all aspects of his life. She caused him to break all ties with his family, stole his credit card information, and tracked his location. Shapiro also introduced him to her family at a synagogue when he attempted to break up with her. But when she left him alone with them, they refused to sit near him. Bivens finally realized she was a scammer when he visited her apartment, which he bought, and discovered she changed the locks. Once inside, he found the gifts he had bought her still in the wrapping. Shapiro begged him not to evict her, saying she would have to move back in with her old uncle if he kicked her out. Bivens later learned that the man she referred to as Uncle Joel wasn't her relative, but an 83-year-old man she shared a physical relationship with. By this point, Bivens had spent $408,640 on high-end furniture, $260,000 on luxury clothes, and $130,700 on home accessories and other expensive items. When Bivens changed the locks himself, Shapiro retaliated by claiming he assaulted her and had him arrested. She filed a $25 million lawsuit against him.
What? What you talking? Yo, this man damn near about $1 million. You know what I'm saying? On her. He only was able to get intimate with her, do anything with her, if he stayed at these expensive places. And she is suing him. I ain't never.
Against him, accusing him of battery, assault, and emotional distress.
Wow.
Countersued for $10 million, claiming negligent misrepresentation, breach of contract, conspiracy to commit fraud, unjust enrichment, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. She was completely catfished, but somehow her scammer actually fell in love with her, and she was scammed into shaving her head. Let's find out what happens when scammers go after the most gullible people.
And we're going to do that on the next video. We're going to do that on the next video. I got y'all. We got you. I got you on that next video. I got you. But listen, if you did not, make sure you hit the subscribe button right now to get more videos like this. And I'm out of here.